स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददान्ति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। तो आज का इस सेशन में मैं जपा करने के लिए मैं बोल रहा था कि अगले 2-3 क्लास से मैं बोल रहा था कि ये हरि नाम का शक्ति जो है उसका शक्ति बहुत अपार है, पर उसे हमें पाने के लिए उस जपा का ऊपर जो भी विश्वास है वो भी बहुत ही it should be like you should have great faith and determination, so then only you can get the effects of the japa. So इसका in relation to this मैं एक कथा बोलता हूँ जो जो भी श्रीरंगम में हुआ था। This is a real story which has happened actually in Srirangam. So this story is like again on a devotee. So once what happened, ऐसा हुआ था, ये श्रीरंगम में हुआ था, जो भी त्रिची में है, रंगनाथ का टेम्पल है श्रीरंगम में, उस टेम्पल का एक घटना है जो विश्वास का बारे में बताता है। सो यहाँ पे एक बहुत ही बड़ा डिवोटी थे, भक्त थे, उसका नाम था पराशर भट्टर। तो ये पराशर बहुत भट्टर, जब उनका समय था, वो विष्णु सहस्त्र नाम के बारे में बहुत ही स्क्रिप्चर्स और वेदों का बारे में बहुत ज्ञान था उनको, और उनका बहुत सारे शिष्य थे जो उनको फॉलो कर रहे थे। तो उस समय पे पराशर भट्टर एक बहुत बड़ा भक्त थे जो रंगनाथ का। सो ऐसा एक घटना हुआ था कि पराशर भट्टर का घर के सामने सभी every day in front of Parasara Bhattar's house there used to be one scholar who actually another scholar who actually used to pass by. So every day he used to pass by Parasara Bhattar's home. So एक पराशर भट्टर का घर के आगे एक बहुत ही ग्रेट स्कॉलर वो सामने पास कर रहा था, और जब भी वो पास कर रहे थे पराशर भट्टर उसको उतना मुख्य नहीं देते थे। ये उनका शिष्य लोग देख रहे थे, और ऐसे ही जब similarly what happened was after some time then one poor brahmana, जो एक poor brahmana was there, so he used to pass by again in front of the houses of Parasara Bhattar. So when that poor brahmana used to actually pass by the house of Parasara Bhattar, he always becomes interested, asking about the welfare of the brahmana, interested talking with that brahmana, and asking about his welfare. So these things the disciples जो भी उनके शिष्य लोग थे, पराशर भट्टर का शिष्य थे, लोग थे, तो ये उन्होंने देखने लगा और पूछने लगे कि पराशर भट्टर से, हे गुरुजी, आप तो बहुत ही ज्ञानी है, और एक और ज्ञानी जब हमारा is going in front of your house, you are actually not asking about his welfare, you are not even sometimes talking to him, but this poor brahmana, you are so much interested, you are very much interested about knowing what is his situation, who he actually doesn't know anything about scriptures, but even he doesn't know a single shloka, but you are giving so much importance to him, क्यों इतना मुख्य दे रहे हैं उनको? तो ये लोग उनका शिष्य पराशर भट्टर का शिष्य पूछने लगते हैं। तो पराशर भट्टर बोलते हैं, आप एक दिन रुक जाइए, कल आपको इसका उत्तर मिल जाएगा, बोल के बोलते हैं पराशर भट्टर। तो कल क्या होता है, पराशर भट्टर क्या होता है, अगले दिन ये जो पंडित जो हमेशा उनका घर के सामने जा रहा था, उनको आह्वान करते हैं उनका घर में आकर एक बड़ा भोजन का स्वीकार करने के लिए। तो ये पंडित भी स्वीकार कर लेता है और पराशर भट्टर का घर में आ पहुंचता है। तो पराशर भट्टर उस पंडित को बहुत ही नेक से उसका अभिमान करके उसको he gives all the respects and then he offers the prasadam to this pandit. So when he took all the prasadam and these things, then for a small discussion they sit, and then Parasara Bhattar immediately asked him, I have one मेरा पास एक प्रश्न है, आप उसका उत्तर बोल सकते हैं. So this pandit said, yeah, I know everything, I have read scriptures, you can ask me. Then immediately Parasar Bhattar पूछते हैं, a paratatva, he asks, Paratatva Nam Kim, he asked. So that means who is the ultimate reality and what is his name? So this question he asks. I'll repeat. Parasara Bhattar asks, Paratatva Nam Kim. That means who is the ultimate reality and what is his name? So this Pandit immediately becomes nervous. And he said, ये प्रश्न मेरा मन में बहुत दिन से ये चल रहा है और इसका भी उत्तर मैं ढूंढ रहा हूँ. मैं सारी वेदों को पढ़कर भी मेरे लिए उत्तर बहुत कष्ट हो रहा है. इसका उत्तर पाने के लिए मुझे बहुत कष्ट हो रहा है. So this is the answer what this Pandit actually says. And then Parasara Bhattar says, okay, that's not a problem. We will meet another day. Then again, the Brahmana actually he comes again, passes by, and then immediately Parasara Bhattar goes to him also, and then he actually invites him. तो उनको भी बुलाते हैं कि आप हमारा घर में आ लीजिए और आप भोजन स्वीकार करिए बोल के, प्रसाद स्वीकार करिए बोल के बोलते हैं. तो ये ब्राह्मणा बहुत ही like he becomes puzzled, he becomes very nervous, like such a great pandit is calling me and giving a prasadam, offering feast, taking me into his house. So how I can actually go? He becomes very nervous and he hesitates to go. But Bhattar actually very politely he calls him, invites him, and then takes him into his home and then offers the prasadam. So when he was actually feeding the prasadam, so immediately Parasara Bhattar again asks the same questions, that who is the ultimate truth. So immediately that Brahmana becomes very furious and very angry, and he just throws that plate away from him onto the wall. He bangs that plate that was kept for him for offering prasadam. He just throws him that plate and then tells, "Oh, Parasar Bhattar, I thought you were a great pandit. You had all the jnana, but you don't know the answer for this simple question of who is the ultimate truth, who is the ultimate personality. You don't know his name. It is none other than our Ranganathji, who is actually there, sleeping there in the Sri Rangam temple. He is the ultimate truth. You don't even know that answer, and what is that you are teaching to your disciples? I did not expect this thing from you." He becomes very angry, and then he leaves immediately from that place. If you don't know the name of Paratattva, there is no point in me having this prasadam here. So he immediately becomes very angry, and then he leaves from that place. Then Parasara Bhattar asks his disciple, "So what did you understand?" So then the disciples were able to understand. Then Parasara Bhattar said, "See, this person who is not very scholarly, he is clearly knowing that what is the ultimate truth, what is Paratattva, who is the ultimate truth. But the other Pandit who came, although he is very, very scholarly, but he is actually not knowing actually in clarity who is the ultimate truth. That faith he is actually not having. But this Brahmana is clearly knowing who is the ultimate truth. That's why I actually respect that Brahmana so much, but not offering the same respect to that scholarly person, even though he's Vedically or scholarly. So the moral of this story is that whatever spiritual practices that we are actually doing, it should actually lead us to a strong faith in the Lord's greatness and unlimited power of his holy names. So that is the essence of this moral of the story. And the faith, the faith does not come by study. The faith actually comes by the study of scriptures, and it actually clears our intelligence. But the clarity of this intelligence comes only by the mercy of the Lord. We should know that we may study scriptures, we may be very scholarly, but the clarity of intelligence can come only by the mercy of the Lord. So that we should depend always on the mercy of the Lord. And in fact, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita also this his mercy, how he actually gives his mercy. In 10.11, he says, Tesham yeva anukampartam aham aham ajnana jam tama anashayami atmabhavasto jnanadipena bhashvata. So in this verse, is clearly says, to show them special mercy, I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. So it is actually the Lord by his mercy who is actually destroying the darkness of ignorance which is there in this heart. We should always, that is why we should always depend upon the mercy of the Lord. So it doesn't mean that we should not stop reading the scriptures and these things. We should read scriptures. It will give us clarity it will actually help clear our intelligence. But the clarity will come, the faith will come only by the depending on the mercy of the Lord. So that's why we should always be inquisitive about learning scriptures. But however, chanting also should be very, very serious, because only by chanting we know that our intelligence will become clear and we can understand the conclusion of all the scriptures. And the conclusion of all the scriptures is to know that Krishna is the ultimate supreme personality of Godhead. Vedescha sarver aham eva vedya. So with this story, let us understand that we should sincerely chant and have complete faith in the greatness of the Lord. So let us all chant this Hare Krishna mantra more seriously and more determination, with more determination. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.